He's like, I know you're merciful. I know you're gracious. I know what's gonna happen. They're gonna repent and then you're gonna forgive them. And I'm not cool with that. So I'm not doing it. And he runs the opposite direction because he is actually in disagreement with God's plan. He doesn't want to be a part of God's plan. Why do I say that? Because there are a lot of us running today for a lot of different reasons. I think for a lot of us, it might not be that deep. It might not be like, oh, we're running from God's plan because we don't like the plan of God. Most of us are probably cool with the mercy and the grace of God. There's a lot of reasons why we run. For me personally, if I got this word from the Lord to go and do this, if I don't do it, if I choose to disobey and I run, I'm gonna tell you why I'm running. I'm terrified. My anxiety's through the roof. I'm like, what? No, you want me to go where? There? Do you know those kind of people? I'm so scared. I don't want to do it. God, do you actually think I could do anything? What are those people going to think of me? What am I even going to say? How is this going to go? I'm going to be thinking about all the plans, step 1, 2, and 3. It's not going to pan out in my mind. I'm not going to want to do it. So I would run, I would hide because my anxiety would get in the way. What would be your reason? Maybe you have a reason currently why you're not doing the will of God. Maybe it's just complacency. You see, maybe you're like, I'm not rebelling from God. I'm not running in the opposite direction, but maybe you are letting the boat take you in the opposite direction. And your complacency in and of itself is a run. Your lack of care in and of itself is hiding. Maybe it's a lack of confidence. Maybe it's a lack of faith. Maybe it's you think you've gone too far, that how could God use me? There's maybe a lot of reasons why people are running in this room and why people are hiding from the call of God on their life. But verse 4, but the Lord hurled a great wind upon the sea, and there was a mighty tempest on the sea, so that the ship threatened to break up. Now here's what we have to establish at the very beginning. You can't hide from God. I mean, literally, my 1-year-old, she loves to hide because she sees her big sister hide, but she hasn't really mastered the art of hiding. So the other day I walk in the house and she's standing there, lights fully on like this. And I said, Haven, what are you doing? I hide. And I just started laughing at that. God, that's how we look, isn't it? That's how we look, isn't it? We think we're hiding from God. You can't hide from God, friend. Jonah thinks he's hiding. He's running from the presence of the Lord. But the Lord sent a big storm right to his ship. Then the mariners were afraid and each cried out to his God. And they hurled the cargo that was on the ship of the sea to lighten it for them. But Jonah had gone down to the inner part of the ship and had lain down and was fast asleep. So the captain came and said, what do you mean, you sleeper? Arise, call out to your God. Perhaps the God will give us a thought and we might not perish. I love that. He's like, what do you mean you sleep? What do you mean you're sleeping in this storm? Jonah, in full disobedience, going the opposite direction, is just sitting in the storm, sleeping. I think so often we act so casual about disobeying God, and there's nothing casual about it. There's nothing casual about disobedience. There's always a storm. Sin always is going to lead to destruction. The thing is, though, is we can just get so comfortable, even in our disobedience, because we ignore our convictions so often that we find a way to sleep in the chaos. That we find things that mimic peace.